Today we're in San Diego's Balboa Park, and we're going to be looking for an abandoned portion of State Route 163 that used to be Highway 395. So I'm out here in Balboa Park today, testing out a new camera. Got the GoPro Hero 10, and I wanted to test it out, and I thought, what better way to test it out than take one of Balboa Park's trails and look for a piece of forgotten Highway 395, Route 163 history. So Route 163, Highway 395, the Cabrillo Freeway, was built in the 1940s, and by the 1960s they wanted to expand it. So they actually started construction on an expansion of the highway in the early 1960s. The people of San Diego weren't happy about it and actually got it shut down. But construction did begin, so there's a small piece of the road that was constructed and never finished, and that's what we're going to be looking for today. So we're going to be heading down the Juniper Staircase here. It's a pretty cool staircase going down, and I can already see down the hill here the abandoned part of 163 that was never finished. There it is, kind of through the trees. We'll see how close of a look we can get here. So we keep heading down these stairs, and here is that abandoned part of 163. So construction began in the early 1960s and then was abruptly stopped. And I think we could get a look at the Cabrillo Bridge, which is really the centerpiece of this entire highway, and you could kind of see it through the trees there. So right now, as it stands, the lanes of the freeway go under the bridge, and there's actually two other arches that there's nothing going under, and the plan was to expand the freeway and have the freeway go under those two arches as well, and that's where this came in. Kind of get a look at it over here. And so this is as far as they got, and you can see it comes to an abrupt end. It's always crazy when you come across a abandoned road and one that was just never in use. I mean, think of the money that they spent to work on this freeway and build this freeway, and then had to stop. And I have no idea what their plan was once they got here. As you can see, it takes a dip down, goes down there. Here's an overhead view of the Orphan section of the freeway via Google Maps. The arrow is pointing right to the Orphan section. As you can see, it kind of looks just like a on-ramp from nowhere. This staircase is pretty neat. It does get pretty steep down towards the end, but as you can see, it continues down into the canyon. And I'm sorry if it's really loud. We are right next to the freeway. And looking back, there's where the abandoned portion of 163 is, right behind these trees. Now, I mentioned it was cut through here. I'm not exactly sure what their plan was for this canyon, how they would have gotten it through here to get over to the bridge off in the distance. But yeah, here we go. Kind of give an idea of how steep it is to go back up these stairs. But that should be pretty cool, and a good test of this camera's stabilization. As I mentioned, I'm testing out the new GoPro Hero 10, so please let me know in the comments how the video looks, how the colors look, stabilization, all of that. So there we have it, about 100 feet or so of wasted early 1960s tax dollars. This portion of the 163, or the Highway 395 before it, thankfully was never built. This is a beautiful freeway. It doesn't need extra lanes or anything extra being added in. I know it's always under consideration to throw more stuff down here, but it's really unnecessary. But there it is. You can pretty much see the whole thing from right here. There's not a whole lot to it. Unfortunately, I can't really get closer because of this fence. There are a few holes in the fence, so if someone really did want to get over there, they could. However, there are some homeless encampments down here, and not something I really want to go through today in order to get out there and take a look at it. So there we go. I'm sorry that this was a short video. I know there's not a whole lot to it. Really, I just wanted to test out the camera and show everyone this abandoned portion of State Route 163. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next week.